Hi, and welcome back to Winging It, the show where I try to wing it while I make some food. Today we're going to be making sushi, keto sushi using cauliflower rice instead of regular rice. That should be something very good, very easy to make, pretty fun. So first step is we're going to have to make our usual cauliflower rice. So I got my head of cauliflower here. I'm going to pull off a few florets of it and throw them into food processor. Food processor. I want about a cup and a half, I'd say, of cauliflower for this. So that's probably about a little more than half a cup right there. And one more. There. That should be enough cauliflower for the rice. I can put this cauliflower away for another day. Oops. Losing some greens. These up this way. Alright, gonna take this and rice it in the on top of the blender. So you remember you want it to be the nice small particle about the size of a grain of rice. Sorry for the loud noise. A little smaller. There we go. Yep, get some good cauliflower, rice-sized cauliflower in here. Show you. See? Yep. Each grain is about the size of a regular rice grain. So I gotta take that, put it into an Instant Pot. Try to get as much of this as I can. That should be good. Shake it out a bit. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of water. I'm gonna only be doing a couple squirts of water. I'll show you by grabbing a little. Yeah, this is perfect. I'm gonna put a little water in this little cup to just show you how little water I use. Yeah, nothing beyond that. We want most of the liquid from this to be coming from the cauliflower itself, and the rest. This amount of liquid is only to help the Instant Pot get steamed up. So we put a little of that, and then we put a little about the same amount of white vinegar in there. If the version of whatever keto diet you're doing does not restrict you, you should probably use rice vinegar instead. It might probably mean you should use rice vinegar instead, but if you do have different restrictions, white vinegar is good enough. So I put those in there. Gonna salt it a bit. And then we're gonna mix it up. I have a fork here. Just make sure that all the vinegar and water is evenly distributed amongst the cauliflower. Now we're gonna put this into the Instant Pot for 2 minutes on high pressure. Turn that light off so you can see. Put this on. Move it forward. Close it up. I go pressure for 2 minutes. That won't take that long to get the steam because there's not much it has to do. And while that's going on, we can start preparing the rest of our sushi ingredients, all the stuff that we're going to be putting inside of the rolls. So I have some asparagus here and some cucumbers. I'm gonna take like I would say 4 asparagus spears. I'm trying to look for the thinner ones in here because the sushi is better with the thinner ones. So 3. These are a couple thick boys, so I'm putting these back. 4. So I got 4 asparagus here, and we're gonna blanch these in the microwave. There's actually a pretty easy way to blanch vegetables and the things like asparagus in the microwave in little to no time. So I'm grabbing a microwave safe plate. I'm filling the plate with water, which is a weird thing to say, but that's what I'm doing. So now we got a bunch of water on this plate. Let me just move the camera down. So yeah, water on the plate. Yep, no zoodles today, back to cauliflower. So yeah, we have these 4 asparagus in a plate of water. Now we just gotta throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Whoops, spilled a little of the water there. And doing this 30 seconds in 30-second intervals because we want to get them blanched. So they're just it's not cooked. It's like how would I describe blanch? It's like the color green of the asparagus will start getting brighter, but it won't start getting soft. We still want a nice crunch on it. All right. Not yet. Gonna go for a minute this time. That did not hit the water at all. The water needs to get hot. All right. While that's going, I'm gonna cut up these cucumbers into some spears that we can use in our rolls. I'm gonna use 1 cucumber here. This should be enough for a bunch of rolls. Just take a sharp knife, cut it down, and then we can just cut these into straight lines. Yeah, these will be good inside the sushi. There we go. Perfect. That's our cucumber topping. Both filling. I got water on this. Another minute on that. All right. Now, yeah, we're still waiting on the cauliflower rice. I need to dry this off. This is the tray I'm gonna be plating all the sushi on. Wipe down this. Because now we're gonna deal with some raw fish. Because I'm also gonna do a little bit of sashimi, which is just the fish itself cut up into a little bit thicker sections. All right, that's blanched now. These are blanched. So I take these out. I'll lay these down. I'll show you by grabbing another piece of asparagus the difference. Yeah. If you can notice in the camera, this is the blanched one, this is the unblanched one. You can see the blanched one is much greener. Has a nice clean green on it versus this, which is uncooked. Alright. I'm going to be taking off the very backs of this asparagus because these are a little harder usually. And that's another set of toppings that we can use inside. Alright. Now, yeah, for the sushi, first thing I'm gonna make is some sashimi. I have a block of tuna here and a block of salmon. So this is the tuna. And this is the salmon. And I'm going to cut out our sashimi by I'm going to be taking about that much for the sashimi, and the rest is going to be used for sushi rolls. Yeah, so block of tuna. I want to actually use this knife when I'm cutting them because it's a sharper knife and it makes better cuts on the sushi. I don't know why I use the other knife. And I'm just trying to get eyeball it so that it's a thicker piece than you would get for sushi, but that's sashimi. Sashimi you do thickly. All right, and here I can be plating these. All right, now I can put the tuna aside until we're ready for it. And now for the salmon. Same thing, about this much thick. Put this aside until we're ready for it. I'll slice this into sashimi. Presentation is very important for sushi. Or else what's the point? You're just eating raw fish. Other than the fact that raw fish is delicious. Instapot is pressurized, so there's 2 minutes left on that. There we go. Alright. The next thing I'm going to be doing is making a spicy mustard that we're going to be using with a spicy tuna roll that I'm going to make. So I'm grabbing a bowl. And I have, not spicy mustard, spicy mayo. So I have some mayo right here. This is avocado mayo. And I only want to use a tablespoon of it because I'm actually going to be using the mayo with the cauliflower rice as well. I'll show you what that means once I get to it. And some hot sauce. If you can do sriracha on your version of keto, use sriracha instead of hot sauce. But I can't, so hot sauce. So 1 tablespoon of mayo. Leave this aside for when I need to use the other tablespoon. Dropping everything. There's the cover. We want this to be slightly liquidy and pretty spicy, so I'm going to be putting a good amount of hot sauce and a little bit of garlic powder. Less than I usually do, something like that. Just to give it a little extra kick. Put this back. Where did I put my fork? No, I'll just grab a new fork. New fork. Up. Cauliflower rice is done. Mixing this up. Get that taste. Yeah, spicy mayo. You use them for more than sushi. Spicy mayo is a very versatile thing. Alright. Now we're getting the sushi rice. Cancel that. Let all that steam. A lot of steam in this one. And you saw how little liquid I put in it. That's mostly from the cauliflower itself. But we wanted to get a lot of that liquid out of there so that the cauliflower has more rice texture than like a potato texture. Check this. Perfect. A little bit of bite to it. The backstory on the painting is a long and arduous tale that involves things like betrayal and self-sacrifice and the Boys and Girls Club of Taunton, Massachusetts. Gonna pour out some of this. I'm gonna be pouring out all this rice on this plate because let me move it down. We want to cool this rice down now as quickly as possible. We don't want to be dealing with hot rice inside of our rolls cooking our fish. It's uncooked fish, damn it. Alright, so yeah, spreading out the cauliflower, and then we're just going to fan it for a bit. And I do mean fan. You just need to find a thing to fan it with. This should work. Yeah, we just want to get to like a human body temperature sort of situation. We talk about like 90 something instead of where it is right now, which is hot. A level where it won't cook the fish. Or liquefy the mayo once we put that in there, because the next thing going in here is a tablespoon of mayo for helping with keeping the rice together. A little more. Yes, this is the most ridiculous way I've ever done this. Usually what I do is cook the cauliflower rice early and then just throw it in the fridge until it's cooled down. But here I am, fanning off a plate of cauliflower rice. Where's my life gone? Yeah, that's good. All right, so next we're going to be adding our tablespoon of mayonnaise into this cauliflower rice. And like I said, that should help with keeping the rice together that usually is done by the starches of actual rice. If I don't do this step, what ends up happening is we get sushi rolls that mush out on all sides. So I'm just going to be moving around, getting every single piece coated. Probably shouldn't have been working with cauliflower rice and a black shirt without my robe, but here we are. By robe, I mean the cooking robe thing, yeah. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to put this on the side here, move our fish back over. And I also got some nice salmon roe. And the first thing I'm going to make is just a salmon roll. So I'm going to grab some nori. Apron is the word it is. I'm going to grab some nori, which is basically just seaweed that's been compressed down into these paper strips. And I'm going to cut this in half. using this knife because I don't want to ruin my sushi knife. And this is just cutting this in half. Move that aside for the next roll. Then I have this, which is a sushi mat, which is basically a bunch of bamboo sticks strung together. And I've covered it with plastic wrap so that the sushi doesn't accidentally stick to it. Move our nori to the middle. Grab some rice. We're just going to make a nice little bed of rice on one side of the sushi. There we go. New natural napkin. Can't just be eating all the rice. It's good rice though. Alright. Now let's take some salmon and let's cut off a couple straight lines. One there, one there. And we'll use asparagus with this one. So I just take the whole asparagus, lay it down with it, and that's all it really needs. And we're gonna roll it up. Oh, I almost forgot. I needed a little cup of water. Here it is. Yeah, you want a little thing of water for helping to seal your nori once you start rolling it. So I'm gonna take a little. Let me put it there so you can see what I'm doing. I'm taking a finger of water and I'm rubbing it on the edge of the nori like you're doing an envelope, basically. And that'll help the roll seal. I'm just gonna move it over there by hand first, then I'm gonna take our roller. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a nice tight roll. And this plastic, which I've seen people use all the time, this is the first time I'm doing it because I'm also going to be trying a reverse roll. It does not work that well. Screw the plastic for now. I'm going to need that though for my reverse roll. Yeah, again, nice and tight. And this is our first roll. It's a nice small roll. Cause, oops, I had water in there. This is a disaster of a shoot today. Not even any cooking involved other than the rice. Alright, so I'm going to be cutting off these edges right here. These are just something I can pop in my mouth right now. Because they ain't going to look pretty on the plate. Then cut down the middle. I'm going to cut this into 3 pieces. And you can see we got a nice little sushi roll there. And I would just plate. Alright. Next roll. Next I'll be doing a simple tuna roll. So same thing as before. Gotta take my tuna, cut a line down on it. And with this one I'm actually gotta cut 2 lines right here. Just because it's a thinner fish than the salmon is. Alright. Grab our mat. Grab our nori. We want, oh yeah, that's another thing. You want the shiny side of it down. You want the matte side up. So you notice there's a shiny side and not a shiny side. You want the shiny side down. Alright, getting some of this rice. And when you're doing sushi, the fillings, you can always have fun with it. You can have avocado if you haven't, like, had too many carbs in the week, you can use avocado. You can use different types of fish. I personally just prefer salmon and tuna. But I've done things like lobster before, which is really good. And for this one, I'm going to use a cucumber. Just one cucumber. One cucumber spear doesn't look like it's long enough, so I'm going to use a couple of them. Yeah. Actually, it is long enough because based on the size of that tuna. Put that back. Move this over. Seal the water. Fold in, and then tighten it up. Whoops, that came unglued. Let's not put enough water on there. That's a bit of the rice. This is an uglier roll. That cucumber was oddly shaped that size roll. Here's my knife. Here's my knife. Take off the edges. Yep. Then down the middle and into 3 equal parts. And plate. That side has the fish on it. All right. Next, I'm gonna be doing something I've never done before, which is a salmon roll. Salmon roll. So apparently, how you do this? I gotta grab another piece of nori. Is first thing we do is make a puck of the cauliflower rice. So I'm grabbing like a handful like that size, and I'm gonna squeeze it into a puck shape. Very disgusting. I wish I had a paper towel on the side. A little more, because it's gonna be a nice tight shape. All right, that should work. Ugh. Next, I'm gonna be taking on nori, and I'm gonna measure it. So I think the cool thing about the Noors is they have these like slotted spots, so you can tell where you want to cut. So I think I want to cut right. If I turn it this way, yeah, like halfway up this one actually. Not even on the slot. All right. Now I should be able to form this around the piece of rice and uh, basically create a boat for the salmon roe. So I just go like this, come back around, get the water, wet the seaweed. Come on. You can do it. I have used a little too much. Gonna rip that piece. It goes a little too far. Alright. Now I have this nice little cup that I can take our salmon roe, get a little spoon, loosen this up and spoon this into the little bowl. Look at that. Nice salmon roll. Salmon roll. That looks delicious. I'm going to make a second one of those. It's the same thing. Grabbing it. This time, I'm going to try packet less maybe, because that was a log packing. I'm going to do it right here on the plate. Nope, that's not working. I got another idea because that was a mess last time. I know it's in the dishwasher. I'm going to bust out this, which is a tool for making just I forget the name of it. This is the sushi without the it's not the non-roll sushi, the regular sushi. And it's just you can stuff it in with rice. It's how I made the tater tots for the poutine. If you have been watching, so now I got this. Should be able to just yeah, that's great. That's perfect. So much easier. I don't know why I wasn't using that before. All right. Then take the nori, measure, put right there. Cut it off. Oops. Come on. There you go. And now wrap it. Find the spot where it goes and tear. And now I can wet it. There we go. Come on. Stay stuck together. There we go. Grab a salmon roll. Fill it by a little cup. Had just enough in here for two of them. These are the most expensive rolls here because the salmon, the tuna, and this salmon roll are basically all cost the same for me. Love those little pearls though. Alright. Now I want to try the spicy tuna. So I'm going to take this tuna, cut off what I would have used in anyway, and I'm going to cube this, making little bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to take these I thought I had another little cup in here. There we go. And I'm going to put them in this. Then I'm going to drizzle some of this mayonnaise on top of them. Don't want to use all the mayonnaise because some of the mayonnaise I want to use as a garnish. Mix this up. That should be the spicy tuna. Now here's the hard part because I've never done this before either. I need to bring back up that plastic wrap for this because I'm going to be trying to do the reverse roll where you put the rice on the outside. Make sure this is nice and flat. Now I'm going to be grabbing rice, Putting it directly on here, spreading it out. I think I need enough rice to cover the entire nori for the reverse roll. Alright. Now I'm taking that nori, I'm laying it on top, pressing it in so that it sticks to it. Now I'm going to take our spicy tuna mix, put it on. Spread it out. And I'll put it in an asparagus with this one. And a cucumber. Make this a thick boy. Alright. Roll up the rice and the oof. Ooh, this is hard. Oh, please don't stick to the plastic wrap. Ooh. It's ugly, but it worked. It's not as pretty looking as with the actual rice on it. But we'll clean up the look with some sesame seeds on top. Put them on the sides too, and then I'm going to re-roll it so the sesame seeds get all up in there. Oh yeah, that actually doesn't look bad. Alright. Take this off here. Throw this away because this is going to be the only inside out roll I do. Let's cut this open. I'll take off the sides first. Slice it down the middle with 3 equal parts. One, two. Same with this one. 4, 6. Alright. Now if we go back over to plating, you'll see I have a spicy tuna roll right here. I'm going to take the rest of this, spicy mayo, and I'm going to use the spoon to drizzle it on top. That's going to look nice. Alright, let's clean this all up. Alright, so I still have a few pieces of asparagus, a lot of salmon, and a little tuna. So I think I'm going to make like an ultimate roll to go with this. And by ultimate roll, I'm basically meaning a big ass roll. Using the rest of everything. So I'm using a full nori sheet this time. What do I want? No, there's not enough rice to do that. But if I put everything on here, I want to reduce the cucumber, I think. Go with double of each. That's a lot of salmon, though. You know what I want? I want to do a double nori. Make sure everyone has room. So I'm going to take a second nori. Going to be wetting the bottom of this nori. Then I'm going to be putting this other nori on top, shiny side down. Stick it on. So now I got a big old nori, so we can make big old rolls. I'm going to be taking all the rest of the rice, getting it on there. Spread it out. See, all this rice is taking up one full nori, so this is going to be a big roll. This is going to be like, there's a place I know in Boston that does these sushi burritos, so it's got to be that sort of style. I like excess sometimes. Alright, so we'll lay down our vegetables. Then let's cut up the salmon. Ooh, I got an idea. I'm gonna cut up the salmon into little strips that can fit between each of these. Come on. Here we go. I realize why this is so hard, because I'm using my goddamn regular knife. Where did I put my sushi knife? No, other. How'd you get over there? Alright. Then we're gonna take the tuna and get in this middle channel as well. We have this little bit left. I gotta top the roll with it. Alright. Big roll. Big roll coming in. There we go. Just want to make sure I got over that hump. Alright. Tighten it up. You didn't want to get tightened up, did you? Where's your seam? There's your seam. Let's roll it back out of it. Get it tightly rolled up. Whew. It's a lot longer to make sushi when you're not immediately eating it and instead going for a nice plating. Usually what I do is I make a roll, cut it up, and eat it immediately. None of this waiting around for plating. Don't need that anymore. Let's cut the ends off. go. Now I'm gonna try to slice this salmon into 6 super thin strips that we can then drape over these. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get 6 out of this, but at least some of them will have it. Come on. There we go. Be nice. Ooh. This is getting hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get 6 out of this unless I can I get at least 5 though. That's the question. This is dangerous. What am I doing? There we go. Perfect. So this one I'm just gonna eat. Perfect. All right. Now let's finish plating. Bring the tray up here. Move this side. Whew. I got a mess to clean today. That's for damn sure. Wait, I should have had one more of those little bowls. I must have used them all. I'll just reuse the water one. Because I need some place to put my soy sauce. My wasabi. And I'm going to steal some of the ginger from the packages the tuna in came. Voila. Full sushi dinner. Alright. Gotta get a picture of this. Let me just move it aside. I need to wipe down this counter. Holy shit, did I make a mess today? Yeah, cauliflower rice ain't the easiest thing to work with, and it's especially messy when you put the mayo in it, but I need the fats, and it helps with keeping that stuff together. I do not think I would have been able to make that outside roll without it. Right. Let's get a picture. Picture says 1,000 words, and those words are all going to be yum. That was the picture. Oh my god, knives, get out of here. Oh, that's a fancy picture. It's going to be. Oh, knives is still in it. There we go. Taking a few because I'm very proud of this plate. This plate is amazing looking. All right, time for the big old taste test. Who to start with? Sashimi. I know how that tastes, but grab a little ginger. Gonna start with the salmon roll, the basic salmon roll with the asparagus. So, gonna put a little bit of wasabi on top. Dunk it. Cheers. Mmm, very fresh. Very nice. This tuna roll I'm very curious about. Dunk it. Mmm. Mmm. Would definitely been better with sriracha instead of the hot sauce, but it's still really good. I'm gonna need a napkin. And let's try this ultimate roll. A little wasabi on top. Ginger. Give it a dunk. Mm. They're so indulgent. And finally, the roll. This is gonna be the most expensive bite on this entire table. Mm. Mm. That's something you can't eat every day, but when you have it once, it's like, oh my god, there's nothing like it. All right, thanks for watching. This video went a lot longer than I thought it was gonna go, but we did some fancy things today, so I'm pretty proud of it. That's all I gotta say. Good night, and keep being good.